Mikel Merino Arsenal frustration theory, as transfer suggested after World Cup. Mikel Merino is a hero for both club and country, but one former Spain international believes he might have to leave to realise his first-team ambitions. Gazzika Mendita believes Mikel Merino will have to leave Arsenal if he doesn't cement a starting berth. The Spain international has emerged as a super sub for both club and country, as his contributions off the bench proved to be crucial of a richly successful season. Merino will return to London Calling as a World Cup winner, after helping Luis de la Fuente's side immortalise themselves in their 1-0 win over Argentina. The 30-year-old contributed with decisive efforts in their wins over Portugal and Belgium. He came off the bench to score winners in their respective knockout matches. The Spaniard emerged as a versatile option for Mikel Arteta, as he was deployed as a midfielder and striker before his ankle injury curtailed his role in the Premier League win. However, he netted 4 goals and provided 3 assists in 22 top-flight appearances for the Gunners. But the former Spain and Barcelona star Mendita believes Merino has to leave the club if he is to achieve his role as a first-team starter. He told BetVictor, Mikel Merino will not enjoy being a bench player at Arsenal. It works in the national team because of his specific role and recent goals, which makes things easier for everyone. However, he's an ambitious player who wants to be in the starting lineup. If he isn't, he may look elsewhere. Merino signed a long-term deal in North London through his £31 million move from Real Sociedad in 2024. He illustrated his importance to Arsenal and Arteta during the early stages of his Gunners' career. His move into the role of a focal point and established himself as a match winner during his debut season at the Gunners, notably scoring a match-winning brace during Arsenal's 2-0 win at Leicester City. Arteta said at the time, "I didn't think about him, to be fair. It was a lot of debate. I didn't want to drive him crazy. I said to him this morning that he might play there. We believe he could sit there if the game needed the context. He won the game for us." But Mikel has got that. It's a good threat because he can smell danger. He can anticipate the action. He's got really good timing to arrive to certain areas. And then, obviously, he has the capacity to execute with a lot of parts of his body. And he needed the delivery. He certainly had that as well, and he put it in the back of the net. The moment you start to draw options, there are too many, and at the end, you have to have the picture in your head of what can work, and what are the variables and the options and the synergies within the team. And then you have to feel it. And that's a feeling on the pitch and seeing what has happened actually. What is the game demanding? We believe that it was him in that moment. And then to get it right, he needs to deliver, which is the hardest thing in football. Luis de la Fuente praises masterful Mikel Merino's stoppage time winner as Spain knocked Portugal out with complete World Cup performance. Luis de la Fuente was full of praise for his substitutes after Spain secured a dramatic 1-0 victory over Portugal to reach the 2026 World Cup quarter-finals. The La Roja boss highlighted the masterful contribution of Mikel Merino, who settled the tense knockout clash with a clinical strike in the dying moments. Spain booked their place in the quarter-finals with a performance that de la Fuente described as very complete, despite the pressure of an all-Iberian clash. Arsenal midfielder Merino emerged as the hero, finishing a brilliant assist from Ferran Torres to send Cristiano Ronaldo and Portugal home. Speaking in his post-match interviews, the Spain coach emphasized that his depth was the key to victory. It was truly a fantastic game, a final before the final, and, as expected, we suffered until the very end, the 65-year-old said. We played a very complete game, and the most important players are those who come off the bench. I told Merino to play as always, to support in midfield and attack. We were thinking of giving them a bit of more rhythm, to face extra time, The player's contribution has been masterful. De La Fuente's connection with Merino stretches back years through the Spanish youth ranks, making the moment particularly poignant for the manager. He was quick to point out that the midfielder's reliability is exactly why he is trusted in the biggest moments of the competition. De La Fuente's connection with Merino stretches back years through the Spanish youth ranks, making the moment particularly poignant for the manager. He was quick to point out that the midfielder's reliability is exactly why he is trusted in the biggest moments of the competition.